This is task 1 part F. Everything that you were doing on the charges table was leading up to calculating the total cost. So on the charges table you worked out the cumulative cost for each year. We now need to find out what the total cost is. We can see it visually by looking at it here that this is the total cost that's been charged, but we need to be able to actually find that total cost because there are other costs hidden under here as well. There's also going to be discounts that can be offered. Well, what we're going to do is work through this bit by bit. There are 3 parts to it. The first part is finding that total cost. Well, we can do that using either an index function or a VLOOKUP function. So an index function basically looks up data in a table and returns a specific row and column. So if we go for an index here and click on go, it will find the index function, and we're going to go with this where we've got array, row, number and column number. So first of all we need to say where we're going to be looking up the data. Well, if we go to the charges table, we're going to look up the data just in this column. That's all, just in that one column. If you were doing a VLOOKUP, you could do it through the year and you would have looked up 2025, so the actual end year, and then looked up the cumulative cost. But what we're actually going to do here is when we look up in this column, we're going to find the 9th value. So the number of years that are being charged is what we're going to find. So when we look for the row number, it's going to be whatever the number of years charged are. And if we click on OK, that now finds it. We didn't need a column number because there was only one column in our table. So that's the basic charge. If we change this to 2024, number of years are 8, and so it goes to the year before. We now need to subtract the discounts. Well, the first discount is, let's try that again. The first discount is going to be up here. It says multiplying the number of years by the annual discount value. So that's going to be the number of years charged multiplied by the annual discount value, which we know is on the data sheet there, annual discount value. Press enter, it comes up with that. So that gives us the total less the annual discount. Now we need to subtract the first year discount. Now we're told that the first year discount is given to customers who commence the lease late in the year, but it could be given to anybody, and it's calculated as 12 minus the number of months not charged. So in this case it would be 3, and you can see it's the number of full months that they could have got for free if they'd have started it earlier in the year, multiplied by the first year discount value. So I'm going to put 12 minus the months not charged multiplied by the first year discount value. And there we go. We can now see our complete formula if I just extend this a little bit. And what we'll do is I'm going to make this left hand aligned and then you'll be able to see the whole thing. So let's have a look at what's going on. So we've got our index. Now at the moment it's saying charges table F2 to F10, but we know we called that the cumulative column. So we might as well put cumulative column in there, it'll make it easy for us to read. So it looks up in the cumulative cost column, finds the row number for years charged, which was the 9th row. Then we subtract the yearly discount value, and then we subtract the monthly or the first year discount value. So if we take the discounts off, it doesn't do it. So of course what we now need to do is make sure that it only subtracts the discounts when these are ticked. So what we can do is look at the value of true or false here, which will be the equivalent of 1 or 0. So if we multiply each of these discounts by the true or false value for that discount, so in this case years times annual discount value times the true or false, and the same with this one, times the true or false for the first year discount, and what it does is it will multiply by 1 if it's true and multiply by 0 if it's false. So let's have a look. Now you see it's multiplied that discount by 1, it's multiplied that discount by 0. It's multiplied the first year discount by 1, so it subtracted it, multiplied it by 0, so it hasn't subtracted it. And there's our function completed. So what you'll need to do now is annotate it. So you'll need to explain each bit, and I would, if I were you, take each of these as 3 separate parts and explain what's going on. You'll need to explain what the index function does. You'll need to explain why you've used the cumulative cost column and why you've used years charged and what it returns. Why you've subtracted this and how you calculated it, and why you multiplied it by annual disc, which was a true or false value, and the same for the first year discount value.